Imagine a city just drenched in sunshine, right? A real leader in clean energy. Reno, Nevada. Now, what if I told you its future power generation might also depend on, well, rain? Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at Reno, a place known for sun, but where, kind of surprisingly, even its sporadic rainfall is becoming part of the energy picture.
That's exactly right. This deep dive is all about rain-powered solar. It sounds a bit strange, maybe, but it's a really cutting-edge idea to boost energy resilience, basically harnessing both sunlight and, yeah, rainfall.
So, our mission today is to unpack the science behind these hybrid systems. We'll look at the unique challenges there in Reno and explore what the economic potential could actually be for you. Okay, let's dig in. This paradox in Reno, it really points to a unique opportunity, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. I mean, you probably know Reno is one of the sunniest cities in the U.S. We're talking over 300 days of sunshine a year. And like 79% solar viability across rooftops. It's huge. You got massive projects there, too, like Apple's 61-megawatt array, NV Energy's 200-megawatt center, big solar.
Right, massive solar capacity. So why rain then? With all that sunshine, what's the twist here?
Well, what's fascinating and maybe counterintuitive is that despite all that sun, Nevada's pretty arid. Rainfall is sporadic, averaging only about 7.5 inches annually. But that exact intermittency, that's the unexpected opportunity. Supplementing solar generation during those, brief wet periods. And with solar costs dropping like crazy 45% since 2020, plus good incentives, Reno's really a perfect place to test this kind of next-gen hybrid approach.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me. The mechanism. The idea of rain-powered solar still sounds a bit like something out of a movie. Can you walk us through the actual science? Like, how on earth do you turn a raindrop into electricity?
Yeah, sure. So we're basically looking at two main technologies right now. First, there are things called Triboelectric nanogenerators, or TNG. Think of it sort of like generating static cling when the raindrop hits. They convert that kinetic energy from the impact into electricity. Researchers in China have shown that a transparent Tiang layer on top of a solar panel can actually boost output by something like 6.53% during rainfall. It generates these tiny microcurrents from the friction.
Wow. Okay. Friction from raindrops, that's one way. Is there another approach being explored?
Absolutely. The second main one is graphene-enhanced solar cells. Graphene is, well, it's super electron rich, so it can bond with the positively charged ions you find in rainwater, salts, and minerals. A layer of graphene, just one atom thick, basically creates this dual-layer capacitor with the water. It generates electricity during the rain. Now, early prototypes, the efficiency is modest, okay? But advancements could definitely make this viable, even with Reno's lighter rainfall patterns.
That sounds incredibly promising, harnessing both sun and rain. But let's be real for a second. What are the big hurdles? Why isn't this on every roof already?
Yeah, that's the critical question when you think about scaling it up. The energy yield from tens, currently, it's really low. We're talking picowatts per raindrop. A picowatt is a trillionth of a watt. So, you need huge surface areas to get meaningful power, like football fields just for one light bulb, conceptually.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. And graphene layers, they can have durability issues, especially with UV exposure over time. Plus, Reno gets those brief, intense summer monsoons, right? That limits the sustained rain energy generation you might get elsewhere.
Right. Got it. So, given those challenges, low yield, durability, intermittent rain, how do we actually make this practical? What's the path forward?
Well, connecting this to the bigger picture, the key really seems to be hybrid system optimization. It's not about rain power alone. It's about integrating TNGs onto, say, tilted ground-mounted solar arrays. That maximizes the raindrop impact force. Or pairing them with bifacial panels, those capture reflected light from the ground too. Maybe even adding thermoelectric generators that work off nighttime temperature differences. It's about stacking technologies to help offset the low yields from rain and give you a more stable, reliable output overall.
Okay, hybridization. Makes sense. But beyond the science, what about the economics? Is this actually viable for, the average homeowner or a business in Reno? Does it pay off?
That's a really compelling question. So
Yeah.
a typical 10-kilowatt house solar system in Reno after incentives might cost around $22,000. Adding tens could bump that initial cost by, say, 15 to 20%.
Okay.
So the break-even period might stretch out a bit, maybe 12 to 15 years instead of like 10. But here's the interesting part for you. NV Energy has time of use rates, and those peak evening rates can hit $0.35 per kilowatt hour.
Right.
That's significant. So if that small amount of rain energy can supplement your power specifically during those expensive peak hours, maybe when solar output is dropping in the late afternoon or evening, it dramatically improves the return on investment. It turns that sporadic rainfall into potentially predictable savings when you need them most.
Ah, I see. So it's not just about generating more power overall, but generating some power during those high-cost periods. That could really make a difference to your energy bill. Are we seeing this actually happen in Reno? Any real-world examples pushing this forward?
We are actually. Reno Solar is already piloting some graphene-coated panels, working with researchers from Tsinghua University, and you've got local providers like Solip Reno. They do a lot with agrivoltaics, solar panels over crops. Their designs are like perfectly positioned for integrating TENS eventually.
Right.
Looking ahead, the roadmap includes things like pilot tang arrays on city buildings, finding ways to scale up graphene production affordably, and even using AI-driven robots to keep these hybrid panels clean. Reno's really aiming to be a hub for these all-weather renewable systems.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into rain-powered solar, what's the main takeaway? What should stick with our listeners?
I'd say while it's definitely still early days, nascent tech, rain-powered solar offers a really compelling addition to Reno's already strong solar portfolio. The most practical way forward, it seems, is hybridizing, adding these rain harvesting techs onto existing solar infrastructure rather than trying to make them stand alone. That's where the real potential seems to lie for now.
So imagine that future for yourself. Your energy supply not just banking on sunny days, but actually harnessing power from every rain shower, no matter how short. What could that kind of all-weather energy resilience mean for your home stability, your energy independence, especially as our climate keeps changing? Definitely something to think about.